Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome.
From
Welcome to the Fear Fans Podcast. I'm your host, Don Elmy. With me is Nick, Joe, Tom, Chris, and Nikki. Just joining us now. Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
What's up, Nikki and Chris?
The sky.
Hello from
Hey,
Texas.
Charles.
Oh, hey, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Good
What's
to
up,
see you.
Charles Rudd? Are you any relation to Paul?
Hey, Santi. Good to see you. Hey, Thomas. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so it is June, and a lot of people have been
The end
saying,
of June.
yep, it is near the end of June, and a lot of people have been asking when are we going to cover another shark movie, and well, your prayers have been answered. Please feedback.
It's not coming from my side.
Oh,
Oh, it's the music.
Hey, lady, Daniel Crisis, good to see you.
All right, I had to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's still playing. What the hell? I got it.
Damn it, Tom.
So,
Damn it.
yeah, several people have been wondering when we're going to cover a shark movie, and now we're answering your prayers by covering Jaws 2, which definitely the best sequel out of the Jaws movies. I mean, that goes without saying.
Thankfully, it's not Sharknado. I'm just saying.
Oh man, yes, but lots of people. This also popularized it. This also led to this this famous tagline: "Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water." And
That's right.
now, yes, and so when people were ripping off Jaws, they were also ripping off that tagline as well. I've seen that tagline parodied on so many things.
The all-new Jaws 2. See it before you go back in the water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did my homework.
Yep, I've done mine as well. Yes, I first saw this movie when I was 7 years old, and yeah, you want to know the exact day I saw it? January 1st, 2000.
Of
Yeah,
course.
even though it came out in 1978.
Yes, it did.
During the height of summer.
Let's see, how old were you, Tom?
3.
Sure.
Nick was one.
I completely agree with you. Especially garlic sauce.
And Santiago, I gotta just respond to this comment. He says that he could tell that I'm wearing red today. It's actually not. It's kind of more. It looks red on camera, but it's kind of a little bit of like a purplish color to it.
It's the lights in the background.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
what she
light
said.
that's making it look red.
Right.
Sometimes it looks red. Sometimes it looks purple. I mean, you never know.
Right.
Oh,
Sorry.
Tom.
I listen. All right. Anyway.
Yes. You also did a review with your dad about the first Jaws movie. Yes, I did. That was a few years ago. It was a Father's Day video because my dad was he saw the first movie in theaters when he was in high school back in 1975, and it's been a
That was
favorite.
a great year, by the way. I mean, that was the year that the world was given the gift of This Is Tom's World.
Oh my
He
God!
was born onto this world so that you may all enjoy his videos. Anyway,
It's been mentioned. It's one now. First time it's been mentioned within less than 5 minutes.
right? This is Tom's World. This is Tom's World. This is Tom's World.
No.
What happened to your little ticker counter thing now?
But now we're up to 6.
Now you gotta count them.
Yeah, where's the counter?
Nick's in
Oh
control
yeah,
of
I
that.
got it. I got it.
We're up to 6.
This is the
Nick's
first.
sitting there sleeping
How many-
on the
how many-
job.
How many
Yeah, this is
times
the
was
first-
that already?
You're supposed to have the counter for This Is Tom's World. Come on.
6.
That's what I'm saying. How many times has that been already?
6.
7.
7 now. This is the first time you
Okay.
forgot.
Actually,
This
yeah,
is-
that's actually been 7 now.
This is the first time you forgot, Nick.
7
Well, no,
times we have
somebody-
said This Is Tom's World.
Well, no,
Yeah,
somebody,
That's 8.
somebody messaged me. I just had to answer quickly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's 7 times. There you go already.
All right. So yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yeah.
9.
I remember that opening scene where it shows the orca, the boat that was used against the shark in the first movie, that Quinn was the captain of, and went down with. Yep. And so yeah, like that opening sequence, like where it showed the shark just going after two like supposedly rich divers that were just looking at wreckages, and yeah, they taught me a lesson at an early age to never go deep diving into ruins and shipwrecks.
Show me the way to go home.
There are multiple Jaws ripoffs. There are a few good ones. Yeah, there were.
Yeah,
There were a few.
Sharknado is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, my second favorite shark movie is The Shallows.
Shallows was great.
Yeah, that was good.
What were they? Were like really thin sharks or just small?
But
Oh,
The
yeah,
Shallows?
right.
Well, because it was shallow. I was.
Oh, no, it was one big shark. Big one. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, a big shark that was trying to munch on Deadpool's wife. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. His wife was the lead in that film.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm just going to answer.
Who's typing on a 1990 keyboard?
That would be me.
Thomas, to answer your question, I was actually just talking with Kate last night. They're having a fantastic time out in Japan. They're having a lot of fun.
She popped in on my live feed.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she did. Like in the very beginning, and then like halfway through.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Yep.
Oh,
He'll be back. He'll be back home on just at the beginning of July 1st.
Oh, okay. Oh, and also, I got an idea for next week to cover for our 4th of July special. I've got it. I know what you did last summer.
I knew you were going to bring that one up.
The first one.
Yeah, it just seems fitting. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Jaws 2 just takes place a few years after the first, and the town of Amity is trying to has been setting up a resort, a hotel, like to really set the town on an economic kind of a rebound. On an economic rebound after the events from the first movie. So, but then another shark has to come and screw that all up.
Damn sharks.
Yep. Hey, Babyface. How's it going?
Hi.
Aside from Jaws, my favorite shark movie is Deep Blue Sea. Oh, yep, Deep Blue Sea. I love that ever since childhood. I remember when that was in theaters.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Fun
based
fact,
on true story.
Yeah, there were some differences between the two. I heard a little bit about it, but yeah. Who's okay? Let's. Yeah, let's.
That was my.
that's
That was my.
Listen,
stuff
I'll cop to the Jaws music. All right.
All right. So
It was relevant at least.
yeah, at least. But yeah, so apparently, yeah, Roy Scheider didn't like having to work on this film, but he was contractually, like, he was obligated by a contract with Universal to reprise his role in this movie.
He was the only one that was from the first one, right?
No, there were a few others. Lorraine Gary reprised her role as Ellen Brody. Let's see, Murray Hamilton reprised his role as Mayor.
Oh well, yeah.
Larry Vaughn. Yeah. So there, and also the actor who played Hendrix, he reprised his role as well. So yeah, there were a few people who came back.
Like
But,
some of the other people were dead, so they couldn't come
well,
back. Yeah.
Well, one in particular couldn't come back either way. Yeah, it was Robert Shaw. Like his character was killed off, and also I believe 1978 was the year he had that heart attack.
Yeah, I think it was.
And Dreyfus.
Richard Dreyfuss couldn't do it.
He didn't want to come back because Spielberg wasn't going to be involved, and he and Spielberg worked on something bigger and better, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yep.
I've heard of that.
You know what's funny is that I'll throw this in. I'll throw this in is that about almost 20 years later, Richard Dreyfuss, and this is something I think you've seen, Don, and this was it. He actually did narrate a special on Shark Week, and that was the Ocean of Fear special, which detailed the real life events that inspired Jaws, which was the sinking of the Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did reference. I remember that's my favorite scene of the original Jaws when he discusses the Indianapolis.
Well, they actually show part of that scene in the opening of this documentary, but then they really go into detail, like the real horrors that went on during the sinking of the Indianapolis with sharks. But it's narrated by Richard Dreyfuss, so in a way, it's really kind of paying homage to Jaws, with that documentary. Because again, this was a real life event that inspired the film.
That's true. And let's see, Brody deserves a raise and vacation after dealing with sharks. That he does.
Yeah.
I've dealt with this before, and I'll be damned if I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, yeah, like of course, like we said, Spielberg didn't want to return because of how he had such a hard time making the first movie. It's one of the hardest movies that he worked on, mainly because the mechanical shark kept breaking down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here, the Meg was good. Was pretty good too. I like the Meg.
Yeah.
Some people will take a vacation by the ocean,
Meg.
but going to the mainland. Yeah, he more than likely he would.
Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh, he's one of my favorites as well, Nathaniel. Hey, how's it going, Braxton? Good to see you.
What's up, Braxton?
Excellent.
So, yep, covering Jaws 2 tonight.
Louisiana is in the building.
Yep, Louisiana. That's where he's from. Nice. Yeah, so
He's so down with teeth.
So one thing I wanted to ask you guys: which scene stood out to you the most in Jaws 2?
It's been a long time. I was just watching the highlights before the show, so it's
Well, maybe it's one of the highlights then, because I got on.
I
Yeah,
always like the opening scene where it kills the first two divers. Myself.
oh yeah, I was about to say that shark kind of munched on him quick. The shark munched on him pretty quick. He munched on the first guy, and then only seconds later he just devoured the other guy. So wow.
I mean, I think Roy Scheider just like flipping out again because it's happening again. With like that
Right.
itself was pretty pronounced in that movie. Like, no, we're not going to do this again. No.
a little bit of your Rick just came out there.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're not going to do this again. I mean, I can't do it. Sorry,
I love it.
Oh, jeez, Rick, we got to deal with this again.
You know what, Morty? You need to just calm down because I mean,
After
all,
Morty
it's
do
just a
Jaws?
shark. I mean, come on, we can kill a shark. I mean, it's a living being. We can kill it. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, I got this gun. It'll evaporate it like in 2 seconds. You know.
So yeah, maybe this is the water boat ski scene. Yes, I remember that scene as well. Ever since I was 7, I still remember that scene. And I remember how this woman, how the boat driver decided, oh, the shark's attacking my boat after I ate the water skier, and so she just picked up a thing of gasoline, I guess inadvertently dumping it on herself before throwing it at the shark, and then
I think she did it intentionally because I don't think she wanted to get eaten by the shark.
and burning yourself alive is better.
Well, she got to go her own way, though.
She was an
Think about
attention
it.
whore.
If I'm going out, I'm going to go out my way.
She threw the canister at the shark and then shot it with a flare gun, causing the shark to the right side of the shark's face to burn and then the boat to blow up. And ever since that scene, whenever the shark appeared, I just called it Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, that's when I was little. When I saw the burns on his face, I just called the shark Scarface.
Scarface. Nice.
Yeah,
I mean, it does make sense in a way.
yeah.
yeah. Let me see.
Giving it a nice burn scar, as Lady Dino just said.
Yep,
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
little
like
burn
Freddy
scar
Krueger.
here.
Going out in a blaze of glory.
Blaze of glory. Yep, that's right.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
let me just put that. Let me pull that up.
Nathaniel just watched Scarface last night.
Okay, so yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Ever since then, when I was little, that's what I was calling it, Scarface. Yeah, some people said
Two-Face.
some people said the shark just became Harvey Dent, and I'm like, yeah, except when Harvey Dent became Two-Face, he had the burns on his left side, not on his right.
Absolutely. Yep. If you want to get technical. Yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm nitpicky. I can't help it.
That's okay. No, that's fine. I get it.
And the bull shark he plays in Maneater. Oh yeah, there's I played that game Maneater. A lot of people say that I should do a live stream out of that. Yeah, if I get enough votes for it, I will. I'm considering it. Let's see, shark version of Harvey Dent.
Gotta get this quite quickly. This room is so dark, the sharks are gonna give him a round of applause real hard tonight.
Yeah, man. So, and of course, as the story continues, there's. Okay, I hear it now.
It was really low that time. I don't know what happened.
What? Sorry for going off track. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that as well.
Yeah.
Al Pacino was supposed to, yeah, but yeah.
Wow, that would have been a different movie.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was the animated show, but yeah, but
Oh.
Sharknado.
Sharknado, of course.
I know a lot of people are going. One day we're going to end up covering Sharknado if many people are requesting it.
I ain't gonna be
All of them?
You scared that
20 of
movie,
them?
Tom? Sounds
I've
like
been saying Sharknado for
sounds like you are scared.
Sharknado sucks.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no, you
that's
know what?
one movie I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, just the previews of it look so stupid back when it came out.
I'm ashamed to admit I've already seen it.
Oh yeah.
And then I've heard all this stuff about it ever since then, and it's all been bad. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't waste my time.
Yeah.
Finding the orca body. Oh, I remember that, and this scene too, where when Brody found the remains of that boat driver who set herself on fire.
Yep. We were just
Yeah.
talking about that one.
Yeah, Billy, I'm not going to display that comment, but yeah, Shark Attack 3, that's another really bad movie. You think Sharknado is bad? Shark Attack 3 is bad, but it's like funny kind of bad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. It's got everything. It's got terrible dialogue, terrible effects, and also a lot of it's supposed to take place in Mexico. The third film's supposed to take place in like, Shark Attack 3 in like Mexico, but there's no Hispanic people anywhere in that film.
At least you read the entire comment before you put it up, right?
Yep.
Isn't that Sharknado have Ion Ziering or whatever the hell his name is?
And Tara
I
Reid.
think so.
Probably. Yeah.
And Tara Reid.
Yep. And so, wait, Richard Dreyfuss is the only actor of the main trio from the first movie. That is true. He's the only one.
Yeah,
left.
he's the only one left.
Yes, and I saw him like make an appearance on a TV show where he actually met with Robert Shaw's granddaughter.
Really?
Oh yeah, he said he got emotional from that. He said it felt like closure, like after that, because they clashed with one another on set, mainly due to like Robert Shaw's alcoholism he had at the time.
Show me the way to go home. I'm drunk and I want to go to bed.
Ray Schneider wanted to do the Deer Hunter, but that's the thing. Like he was contractually obligated to do this film, so he missed out on Deer Hunter.
Yep.
Jeez.
Man, that's rough. That is rough.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was a Megalodon. That's right. Oh well, more like but the parts where like the Megalodon were shown in that film, it was where they tried to make it look like a big shark. It was actually they superimposed like a regular. Like a normal great white, and made like everything around it look smaller, but they were never consistent with it. They just the shark just magically changed its size.
That happens sometimes,
What kind of superpower? Oh, here.
We're going to change different sizes.
Yep.
Knuckles.
I do remember Sharktopus. That was aired on Sci-Fi. That had
Sharktopus? That sounds worse than
Yeah.
Sharknado.
it's bad. It had Eric Roberts was in it.
Oh, well, then that's why it was bad.
Yeah, Eric Roberts. Yeah. So he went from playing a mob boss in The Dark Knight to that.
I would have said to him, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a shark and octopus hybrid that was created by Julia Roberts' brother.
Sharktopus.
Oh,
Might as well just.
Not going to the hell.
You know what? No, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say because
Sorry, go
I
right
was
there.
trying to keep this PG.
That's good. That's good, Tom.
Listen, I do have some self-control sometimes.
Okay, and you just
As long as I'm
demonstrated
not drunk, I do have some self-control.
it. Okay. Hey, Tom, you demonstrated it this time, so you're good.
See?
Yeah, here you
Now, last show, that's why I was only here 10 minutes because it was time to go. I was like, you know what? I had done 3 live shows prior to that, and I've been drinking the whole time. I was like, you know what? It's time to go.
Yeah. So yeah, Nate is asking, is it just me or is the mayor from the Jaws movies a villain? I don't think he was a villain, but he was making some very bad decisions.
He
Yep.
did kind of look like one though, stereotypically. Like I mean,
Well, that's all politicians. They're all about the
well,
money.
of course.
Well,
They're all about the money. So it was all about saving the financial, the financial save, especially after the first attacks,
Yes.
what happened, so now they got to recuperate. So they got this hotel opening up and all this other stuff. It's
about
all
the
about the
Benjamin.
money to the politicians.
Yep, that's right.
Comes the money.
It's all about the Benjamin.
Yep. They're just like, show me the money.
Now it's Tom Cruise. Show
Yeah.
me the money.
That's all he was worried
Different
about.
movie altogether.
He didn't want to close down the beach. He didn't want bad PR.
Well, they
you
didn't want
know.
that in the first one either, though.
Right. But it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
all about the money.
Yep.
You would think after the first one that the guy would have been like, all right, you know what? Maybe this guy knows what he's talking about.
But to be fair, there were circumstances that made him that made him like not believe the whole shark theory, like saying, oh, like there wasn't like proof that any proof that the boat blowing up was caused by a shark, then none proof that they could find anyway. You know, they could have easily labeled that as a boating accident.
Well, yeah, of course, Billy. If you refuse to do
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah, no, he refused, and so they killed off his character in the dumbest way imaginable, saying, "Oh, he died from a heart attack from the fear of the shark."
That's right.
They also didn't
Stupid.
Mythbusters did something like that one time to show like can a bow like that actually explode from that way. I mean, didn't Mythbusters
so.
did something like that, Don?
What?
I think so.
Didn't Mythbusters do something like that when it came to the boat exploding? I mean, to prove can that actually really happen?
Well, gasoline mixed with fire, yeah, that explosion could happen.
I could have sworn Mythbusters did something. I could have sworn Mythbusters did something involving Jaws, and I thought it might have been that.
Well,
No, I
when
think
she,
they-
you
no,
gotta
no, I
realize
think-
though, once she poured the gas on herself, you know, there was also the gas in the motor still.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
And,
Well,
and that's enough. And the fumes in that contained area are enough to boom
Yeah.
cause an explosion.
yep, that's very true. And
And it'd be kind of, and if you really think about it, her whole thing about taking her own life and pouring the gas on herself, you know, I'm going to go this way. It's kind of sad that she didn't even get the shark in the process.
yeah, that is true.
You know,
And,
That wouldn't have been a movie.
Missed it by that
probably
much.
was thinking, you know, I'm going to take this son of a bitch out plus myself, you know, and end it all right here. But she didn't do it.
I agree, Babyface. I totally agree, Babyface. Yeah, basically the mayor was doing everything he could to try to keep the beaches open. I mean, he was more like you said, Joe. He was more desperate about it now, trying to get the town on an economic rebound. And yes, yes, Nate.
Yeah.
I agree. The worst of the franchise. We may or may not cover it on the podcast, but watch the movie again. So if you guys want to on your own, be my guest. But I'm not.
Jaws in 3D.
Todd, I'm just gonna say right now because I don't want to get too much deep into it. Just be glad Brad watching right now because you know he would say so much about that comment right now.
Yeah. Oh, and opening scene was because of the arm torn off and he's wearing a raincoat. Oh yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, like I was
Right?
so blinded. I was so blinded by the rage I had towards Jaws: The Revenge. I never stopped to consider that comparison.
And also Braxton brought up Deep Blue Sea. Oh wait, no, not that one. This was it. Deep Blue Sea, another good shark flick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That right there is a prime example of what it's like for having more than one person controlling the live feed. When the comment goes out and in, out and in, out and in, I just went through that.
And Braxton, we covered Deep Blue Sea actually last year, and
Oh, cool.
I remember that coming out in theaters as well. There's so many movies that came out in 1999, but the ones that stood out for me the most are The Matrix. Let's see, Phantom Menace, The Sixth Sense.
Kung Fu.
Yep, The Sixth Sense. Yeah. So yeah,
Wait, what else?
a lot of people say the franchise should have ended with Jaws 2. Yeah, maybe. It's like when you think about Jaws 3 taking place like SeaWorld, at first, like when I was little, I was like, oh, awesome, it takes place at SeaWorld. But thinking back, reflecting on that as an adult, I'm just like, what kind of promotional advertising is that? Having a killer shark roaming your water park, your resort? Like,
You know, really.
That's just like Halloween Season of the Witch. Should not have been a Halloween movie. It should have been a movie
No,
on
it
its
should
own
have been a standalone movie.
that was not anything to do with Halloween.
Right. It should have been a standalone movie. But see, all those franchises were trying to take advantage of the 3D phenomenon, you know, that was going on in theaters. You had Friday the 13th in 3D. How Season of the Witch was supposed to be 3D. You know, And then Jaws 3 was in 3D, you know, just name a few.
Mm-hmm. And that's true.
Oh, Braxton said he saw this. He watched on TV and VHS back then.
Oh yeah, that's how I saw Jaws too. Like seeing it on
No,
TV. Deep
I
Blue
think
Sea.
he's referring to Deep Blue.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And I wanted to answer your question, Billy. Have I read the original Jaws book? Yes, I did. And this right here is a first edition. It was passed down to me by my great aunt Rosemary, who is no longer with us. So I held on to this for her. And yeah, I've read the book, and that is true. Like big part of of the mayor's trouble is because he had mob connections, so he had to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some things that were that the book had that were not included in the movie. And let's see, I'm trying to catch up in the comments here. They should have just called Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I was just showing. Yeah,
Yeah, they could have. LL Cool J and that damn bird. Oh, and also, yeah. Here, can we pause the music? Please.
I was wondering where that music was coming from again.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dom. I just wanted to respond to this comment here. LL Cool J and that bird. And also, fun fact, that bird was voiced by Frank Welker.
Really?
Oh God!
Yeah, I know. I'm just picturing him just doing that dialogue, and
Oh,
I think it's
man.
funny. The Punisher versus a shark. Punisher would win. Bullets kill sharks. So
King Shark?
good in that one. How he was. Oh yeah, he was. That's right. He was in H2O. Yeah, that was around the same time. Yeah, yeah. LL Cool J. He's cool. He's awesome. And let's see. As far as let's see, and also another big conflict that Brody had was his son Mike Brody. Now he's now like a high schooler. I think he's like a senior in this, or junior or senior, one of the two. But yeah, he just loves going out boating, which makes him nervous. And with everything escalating with shark attacks, yeah, like Mike ends up like just going boating even when his dad doesn't like him doing that. And
Right.
with a whole bunch of his friends, including the mayor's son, so Larry Jr.
Well, back in those days, you never did what your dads told you to do.
Yep.
You know,
They still don't.
I mean, pretty much you were kicked outside, told to play, use your imagination, and
Yeah.
you very rarely listened to your parents when they said you couldn't do something.
Yeah,
In a lot of cases, you know, that was just a reason to want to do it more.
yeah, that's just teenagers for you. I'm not doing what your
Right.
parents tell you.
That still goes on. To be fair. I mean, that's still something that goes on to this very day. It
It
wasn't
does.
just back in the 70s.
It's a phase that teens.
Well, see, I was alive back then. I was a teenager in the 70s, in the
I
late
wasn't.
70s. So,
Even in the late 70s, I was still in my one digits. So
Same.
Yeah. Oh man.
not everybody here can say that.
Well, I
Yeah.
can just say, well, that definitely proves, yeah, you weren't old enough to drink yet. You couldn't get drunk as
No,
well.
it-
But
Yeah. And I like how even though the sequel is has some differences, the like the tone and like some of the tone that you felt from some scenes in the first movie are just like what you experience here. And also it was filmed again in Martha's Vineyard, so same filmed in the same area. Just like in the first movie.
yeah,
Oh yeah, and let's see. This film, I believe it grossed about 187 million, on which was like a little bit less than the first, which was less than the first movie, but some audience, it was like a mixed bag. Some audiences liked it, some people didn't, and that's how it is today. Like some people like Jaws 2, some people really
Yeah.
don't.
187,884,007.
Oh, nice.
that's how
Nice,
much
yeah.
it was.
Yep, that's how much it grossed.
Yep. And my parents were teenagers back then too, 1970s. Yep. My dad was in high school when he saw the first Jaws movie. He was.
That was prepubescent.
Yeah.
Well, the first one I was just bored. So
Well,
So-
this was
It was
this was 1978. This was a year after my dad graduated high school.
Oh yeah.
it's-
And it's worth also.
I was
noting-
living here at that
Yeah.
time, actually, for a year at that point. In
And
this very house.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, 1975 and 1976 was a big time for my dad because he was on the Loyola Academy. That's the high school. That's one of the biggest high schools in Chicago. And he was a Rambler. He was on the football team and won city title.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
my dad was like was a big jock back then.
Braxton here said, I'm just going to show this quickly. Mother graduated in 1978. Father graduated in 77 or 76. So your dad graduated about the same time my dad graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which, by the way, he just
77 is when we
recently,
moved in there.
which by the way, he I think it was just like about a year or so ago. They just recently had their high school reunion. So he goes to them every time they have them.
Never been to one.
I haven't been to one either. Neither have I.
Billy.
That's great, Billy.
Yep. Come to
Oh,
SeaWorld.
look at-
Experience. Yeah, come to SeaWorld. Experience the beauty of the ocean and the terror of about to be eaten alive by a giant killer shark.
Come on, you can do it.
70s to early 80s. He enlisted in the army. Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, my dad was the same.
Me too.
Impressive.
Oh, really?
All
Nobody-
you young people.
Yeah, nobody on my dad's side of the family ever been in the military since my grandpa Don, and that was like around the end of World War II.
Yeah, my dad forced to go into it in 1970.
Ah, I see. And let's. Yeah. I
You all right?
And let's see. Oh, yeah. Once again, the movie was composed. You could just tell from the get go that the music was composed again by John Williams. I mean,
Of course.
come on, John Williams. You got to have him. Like, if you want to make a movie, that has good music, have John Williams in it. He's proven this time and time again in Steven Spielberg's movies, in Home Alone, and a long list of
Star
others.
Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
You know, I was just thinking of that you remember that? I was just thinking of that Family Guy special of Star Wars when John Williams was killed. Had to be replaced by Danny Elfman.
That's right. Well, now we have Danny Elfman. I hope you're all
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, Danny Elfman's a good choice too. Let's see. Billy is asking, did Spielberg have any involvement with the sequels? No, he did not. He wanted to move on to bigger and better things, such as
Back to the Future. No, I'm just kidding.
Close Encounter.
E.T.,
Let's see.
BT.
Indiana Jones movies.
Phone home.
Let's see. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, here
Who
you
did the
go.
mummy?
Ready Player One. I'm sorry, what?
Who
No.
directed the mummy?
The Mummy? Oh, that was hang on.
Well, that depends on what version you're talking about.
Wait, with this one?
First one, yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Sommers.
Okay.
With Brandon Fraser, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, several of you, I believe it was Lady Dino Crisis. I believe one of you said that we should cover this, and I can agree with that. I'm just trying to think, should we start off with the classics and then build upwards to the remakes, of Universal monster movies?
Did you see what I put in the comments in the
I'm
chat?
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't see it.
The one like guilty pleasure movie that was really, 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 really bad. Saturday the 14th.
Oh,
I love
Saturday.
that
Oh, I
movie.
remember that movie.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
dad
God,
was
that was
watching that over the
hilarious.
weekend, and I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot all about this movie."
That was like that's been dubbed the cult classic.
It's crazy. That's something we should do at some point.
Yeah, here, see, like what Lady Dino said, Mummy with Brandon Fraser is my favorite version of the Mummy.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some nostalgic memories of that.
The original one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one,
Oh.
the one from 1999. Yes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the follow up was okay, and then they spurned like all the other ones. The one with the Rock, with the
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Scorpion
terrible
King.
The Scorpion, yeah.
The Scorpion King.
Scorpion
It got out of control at that point. Like no.
Oh, check
Yeah.
this
The
out.
CGI in that movie sucked.
Wow. Check this out, Don. Great
Nice.
grandfather fought on his dad's side in World War One.
Wow. Nice.
Incredible.
That's awesome. That's incredible. Yes. Um.
All
Let's
this
see, yeah,
spurned from Jaws too. Imagine.
Yeah. Well, Jaws. Jaws. There were references to World War II in some Jaws moments, but
Yep.
to be fair. Let's see. Oh yes, and I believe the success that Jaws 1 and 2, like right after the success of Jaws 2, they just Universal decided, you know what, we need to have a Jaws theme ride at our park, and,
And a 3D movie to follow.
Yeah.
yeah. And so, how many of you have been on the Jaws ride at Universal?
Hey.
Oh yeah, it's like they always have like one of those actors acting as a tour guide, and just like really
Yeah.
He was like the one I had. He was hilarious. He was really like into the role. He
That
was like,
goes at somebody who enjoys his job.
oh yeah, he kind of overacted to the point where it was funny. Oh my god! Yeah, but that's what made it great. You know, it's like that guy had a lot of energy. He was, oh my god, oh yeah, that was awesome. Oh man, but oh here, if Nick owns a boat and the sharks would chase him all over the sea, it's a palm tree over.
Santi really has something against me tonight. He's been saying a lot of crazy comments about me.
Well, better you than me. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Hey, I mean, it's always the sober people that have to go first before the drunk people.
I know.
do.
Well, I'm not drunk. I mean, I
Yeah,
was
well,
last week. That's a
tonight.
different. That's
I was gonna say if you and I were Rick and Morty right now, I definitely would be the first to go.
You know what?
oh man, but and also this. It's like even though the second film feels like just a simple watered down rehash of the original, it does have some strengths. Like they had a much more functional animatronic in this, and let's see, I believe like they had.
I mean, they advanced in the technology, so of course, you know.
Oh yeah, it had a bigger
Like 3
budget over the
years.
first one. Yeah, and I like how it's like Brody has to like face his fear again of the water by facing another shark, and this time doing it all alone without the help of two buddies like he did in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually set out to save Sean and all of Mike's friends when the shark was attacking them. Now trying to pick them off one by one, and yeah, I gotta say, like the one victim, it's like the one victim that I felt that I thought was pretty tragic was Marge. Yeah, like one of their friends, Marge, who was with Sean and like on her own boat, and like when the shark was attacking all of them, at one point Sean got knocked in the water, and Marge went in after him and got him back on the boat, but she couldn't get back up herself before the shark got to her. And it's like
It was kind of an act of sacrifice.
pretty much she basically died. She basically died for him.
Yep.
And she got munched on right in front of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can and I can understand where that. I mean, definitely a very horrific scene, but I can certainly understand what she was trying to do. Obviously.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and the shark in this film, I believe, has the highest body count out of all the sharks in the franchise. I believe it killed more people than anybody else.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I know, Santi. I'm just joking with you.
And let's see.
You open the beaches on the 4th of July. It's like ringing the dinner bell, for Christ's sakes.
The effects in Jaws 3 were a joke. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, they were.
Especially, okay, I gotta just say it because I'm thinking about it right now. Especially that scene when it's supposed to give that 3D effect when that shark is supposed to look like it's coming up at the screen and crashes into the window.
I know. That was so ridiculous.
You could tell that was completely animated. That wasn't even a prop.
That's better effects right there, Tom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I never really bought into the whole 3D gimmick. Like that's all what 3D is to me.
Well, is this why you don't like Jaws 3?
Well, there's plenty to not like about Jaws 3, especially like for the most part, the writing. And let's see, the effects. Let's see, the story was just was laughable.
I mean, when you think about the 3D effects that they had like back in the day, like it was like
It was just like this.
Oh.
He's just really awkward.
I just also want to throw something else out. Just also want to throw something else out since we're talking about this movie. I don't know if you guys have and this is kind of on a more serious note because I don't know if you guys saw this on the news yesterday. Speaking of sharks, you guys heard about that surfer that was killed? Like I think it was 2 days ago, right? Did you hear about
I saw that.
Yeah, it was a guy named Tamayo Perry who lived in Hawaii, and unfortunately, he was killed by a shark. They didn't determine exactly yet, at least not yet, what kind of shark it was. but he was actually quite a surfing legend in Hawaii. He even starred in a, and not only was he great with surfing, he even starred in a few movies throughout his life.
Oh.
So he was kind of all over the place. But yeah, they it's definitely a tragedy, that's for sure. He was only, I think, like in his in his 30s, I think, when he died.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he actually, among the films that he actually appeared in, I mean, it was just for a cameo appearance. He appeared in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I read that.
Pirates of the Caribbean. And I like some rum.
Yeah, but yeah, nonetheless,
I bet you
though,
would.
it's unfortunate, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
It is.
Actually, no, I take back what I said. He was actually about. I thought he was in his 30s. He was older than that. He was actually about the same age as you, Tom.
Well,
Wow.
I'm 49, so
Yeah, he was born the same year, 1975.
Oh wow, well damn. Yeah, look at me. I outlived this guy. Yeah, bonus for me. Yeah, because I didn't surf. So
I've never
Right?
surfed.
Well, you have to remember. I mean, places like Hawaii. I mean, that's part of their life over there. And Nikki, I'm sure you can relate too. You know, for some people out in Australia, that's a huge sport for them.
Oh yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
not
he
here
was
in
in,
Philly though. In Philadelphia, we don't surf. I'm just saying.
No,
We
yeah,
surf a
he was
lot
only
in
in-
Colorado.
Yeah.
We got the Delaware River.
He was in. I'll just throw this out. He was in 4 different films throughout his life. He was in Blue Crush, in an episode of Hawaii Five-0. The Pirates of the Caribbean film that was on Stranger Tides, and then the most recent one, which was almost 10 years ago, was a short film called The Bridge. So yeah, that was his film
He was
career.
on Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on an episode of that.
Welcome, Dano.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, definitely, God rest his soul, though. Definitely
Yeah.
tragic that he was killed by the shark. They've actually said Hawaii has had a large amount of shark attacks, but so far only 5 of them have been fatal. It's been
Well,
relatively.
the deep will
death
get you.
toll's been low.
The deep will get you.
Yeah, it will.
That's what it-
It will.
And yeah, that's true. And let's see. Oh yeah, there's like, I think I mentioned this before in when we covered the first Jaws movie, is that there's like this theory that the shark in Jaws 2 is the mate of the shark in the first movie, which begs the question: why did it take so like a few years to start its revenge mission?
You're right. 3.
Without getting cigarettes.
And it's like it's believed that the shark in the first movie was male and the
Well,
shark
listen.
in Jaws 2 is female.
Right. So she was on a 3-year period, and she was hiding out.
Oh.
And
Well, I actually can get the understanding of how it could also be a female shark, because I will admit, when you see her, she does look a little bit larger than the original one does. And
well, that's very sexist of you to say. I'm just
No, I'm not saying.
Wow.
I'm actually.
Wow.
What I'm about to say is actually true. In reality, female sharks are actually said to be larger than the males are. So they kind of brought some bases.
wow, Nick.
Oh,
Wow.
That's off.
Wow. So simply because she was on her period and she was bloated, she's bigger. You know, I mean, no, it doesn't matter that she was on a 3-year period. You know, because wow, Nick. Wow.
Hey, look it up if you don't believe me.
Wow.
I believe you, Nick.
Thanks, Chris.
Don't give him support.
Well, I mean,
No, you're too late now. No, don't.
I'm giving him support.
And trying to remember one of the scenes. Oh yeah, there was also that some scenes that kind of felt like filler. You know, like there was like one scene where there was a whole team of divers going down for a lobster, and it's like they're trying to say we're gonna bring up lobster for all of Mike's friends, but yeah, Mike's friends are gone from that later on. Like they don't even get the lobster. But yeah, one of the divers comes across the shark and just really just goes straight up to the surface, frantically trying to reach the top, but went up too quickly. Something about the change in pressure, you know, that had
Yeah, and he ended
Got
up
an
with
aneurysm or-
nosebleed and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, the best.
He had blood coming out of his mouth and stuff because he surfaced too fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like
Isn't that what's
But
called-
I also did you also notice that one of Mike's friends? I noticed this and I had to look it up because it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of these movies. But one of Mike's friends was the star of Christine.
Oh, really?
Yes,
The guy that
He
was
was
in
the guy that owned Christine. He was the kid that owned Christine.
he
Oh,
was in,
that's
he was he was
Christine.
in that
Oh,
movie
wow.
with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes,
Back to
Back
School.
to School. That was filmed right here in Wisconsin. I tried to be
Great
an
movie.
extra for that movie.
Oh, nice.
You didn't try
wow.
hard enough.
I stood in line for 12 hours.
Wow.
Keith
And
Gordon.
then
That's,
they said, okay, we got enough extras. The rest of you can go home.
oh,
Yeah.
man.
After standing in line for 12 hours and it was like 89 degrees out, no fucking wind.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
That's
there
gotta
was
be
no
rough.
shade because
Fucking
it was filmed on campus on the college campus downtown. And if you watch that film Back to School, I could point out and tell you where all those locations were in Madison.
He's doing the triple Lindig.
Yep. And I just looked up this guy. His name was Keith Gordon. That's his name. He was he played Artie in Christine, and he played Doug in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
Hey, that's
wow.
on there we
Yeah, he was Rodney Dangerfield's son in Back to School.
He was
Right.
Oh,
Jason
okay.
Mellon.
Yeah.
There you go.
oh yeah, that's cool to know.
You
Yeah.
can do anything you want. You're a melon.
Yep. The more you know.
I loved Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
He
great.
stayed at the Edgewater and he threw a party and I heard all kinds of great stories about
Right?
him.
Oingo Boingo was there, apparently.
I was in the bar when they filmed that one scene though, because I was in the bar working security on the front door.
That was where Oingo Boingo was.
When he did that, he sung that song. He sung the song in the bar. When he was
Shake it up, baby.
Yeah, when he sang it, that bar was called Mondays.
That was where they had Oingo Boingo, like that. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Come on, guys. I'm not the only one that remembers Oingo Boingo. Come on, you all remember. Like,
No,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't. I have no clue.
You're
Is that
older
like
than
a
me,
monkey
you
group
should.
or something.
wow.
They go for bananas.
I recognize the name. I don't remember those songs.
Dead Man's Party was the name of the damn.
Oh,
song.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, they sang
wow.
the Donkey Kong theme, right?
The what?
The Donkey Kong theme, right?
That's awesome, Braxton.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Braxton. My cousin is an actress, Allie Coburn. Lately she's been in that show on Amazon Prime, the Baxters.
Oh, cool.
She's the lead. Yeah, so
Well,
yeah, we're all
if I
just
could also add,
I'll be in a TV show someday. Just
If I
wait.
could also
You'll
add,
see. You'll
too-
see.
Cops don't count, Tom.
Listen, I'm not talking about my YouTube channel. I'm just,
oh my
if I could also add too, by the way, because since you were talking about part of your family, Don, is that obviously, as you know, my brother's also an actor, and so far he's only appeared in like one actual he appeared in an episode of a television show. In fact, he appeared on an episode a few years ago of Chicago Fire.
Yep.
And he just plays a college fraternity kid, but I still remember just seeing him on Chicago PD,
so he played
Chicago Fire, was just totally surreal.
Wait, so he played a frat boy, so he played me?
No, I'll just throw it out.
No, hey, I'm just messing. I mean, hey,
No,
Someday
I'll just
you
say,
will-
just to throw it. It was, in case anybody ever does remember the episode.
someday
the
you will
episode-
see me on a show.
It was the
I
episode where
guarantee
they get a call to like a frat house, and
Yeah,
one of his roommates had, I guess, like OD drinking what was it? Oh, soybean sauce or something like that. Do you guys remember?
yes,
You guys remember that episode?
I do.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
You guys, okay, so if you guys, the guy who runs out tells to go in and get his friend. That was my brother.
Cool.
Yes, and yeah, like I just mentioned Frat because I was in one, and they gave me the name Delta Don.
They didn't give you.
Dawn.
Well, they
didn't
weren't
give you
very
soybean-
creative.
They
were
didn't
they?
have you drink soybean
was-
sauce, right?
It was Delta Tau Delta, Tom. So Delta done.
Delta Dawn.
They didn't give you. They didn't give you soybean
That was a
sauce,
song,
right, Don?
Delta Dawn.
Halle Berry walked. Oh, nice. That's awesome. So one of your cousins met Halle Berry. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That really
And
is.
so
I met
Catwoman.
Pam Grier in a hotel, and I said, "Oh my God, look, it's Jackie Brown." She gave me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I can imagine. I can imagine that's what you deserve.
oh man. So yeah, as far as let's see. As far as like Adjust to, it's like a lot of people say it's bad, but to me, it's just decent at best. You know, it's like obviously it's not as good as the first, but it does have some redeeming qualities. You know,
It's
like,
better than the third one, though. Right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not as bad as the third. That's one redeeming quality. Yes, it had some really good music to it. You know, the kind that only John Williams can come up with. And let's see, what else?
Uh-oh.
They had a fairly decent animatronic shark, except for this one part. Hang on,
Oh, jeez. I think I know what scene this is.
Oh, jeez.
hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I actually did notice this. Some people, but a lot more people are pointing it out now.
I like the lights, Nick, by the way.
Yeah, as you guys can see, I just decorated the house for upcoming 4th of July.
The scene where they were pulling Mike out of the water just before the shark bites down on him. Look at that. You can see,
Hydraulic ram.
yeah, there was a hydraulic exposed inside the shark's mouth.
Yeah.
And
They need
and
a-
it's very vertical.
Yeah.
So, for lack of a better term, I'm not going to do anything perverted with
Yeah,
it.
that's the hydraulic mechanism that makes the shark's mouth open. So.
Oh.
Yeah, but now with thanks to Blu-ray and 4K, you know, the higher qualities, we can actually see with improved visuals, yeah, of that. So
It reminds me of that movie where the
Yeah.
woman had teeth in her vagina.
Oh, that was
Oh,
that movie Teeth. Remember,
yeah, I
Don?
remember that. That movie,
Oh
that's,
God, we saw that at a restaurant.
yeah,
It was
they
very
actually played that-
reminiscent.
They actually played this at this punk rock restaurants that they have over
What
in
the hell?
over in
Yeah.
Rosemont. In Rosemont.
Yeah, it was. We were actually it was not just me and Don. We had a few other people because it was actually close around Halloween.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, not Rosemont, Schaumburg.
No, I was gonna say it was in Schaumburg. It wasn't in
Yes.
Rosemont. Yeah, we were coming back from Elgin. That's where because it was closer on Halloween, and we went to go to a haunted house walkthrough, and we decided, and me and Don and everyone else, we decided to go. We decided to go grab something to eat. So we went to this punk rock metal band, like metal restaurant, which was right up our alley because we like a lot of that stuff anyway.
Well, you like
But
some
while we're
stuff
sitting
there,
at the
Allie.
table, there's this big screen like some restaurants and bars have playing a movie. And what happened to be that movie? No other than the movie Teeth.
Yes, it
And
shows
I'm
a
like,
pretty
oh
disturbing
my
thing.
gosh.
Yes,
So
it
when are we
shows,
reviewing that one?
yeah. Oh, and also, I found the burger place. I just looked it up. Kuma's Corner. That's what it was.
Kuma's Corner, that's what it was called. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't believe they showed that movie.
yeah.
at
It's
a
right. It's right by.
restaurant.
Oh yeah, that place is right by the Woodfield Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the biggest malls in America.
Man, yeah, that movie was nasty.
You
Oh
know-
my god.
I'd rather watch horror movies in a restaurant or when I go out to eat than to go and have a bar burger and be sitting there watching porn, or go and have breakfast and be sitting there watching porno.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, there was a restaurant that was famous here in Madison for serving smut and eggs on Sunday mornings.
All right.
What are smart
They had
eggs?
like 11 TVs that showed porno movies while they
What?
served breakfast.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Let's go, Tom.
Oh my God.
I even have a
We'll
T-shirt
take Nick.
I even had a T-shirt from that at one time that said, "I survived," or I went and had smut and eggs at Bennett's Meadowwood Country Club.
They called it legs and eggs. It's-
It's cool. What if I could ask quickly? What is smut and eggs?
you want to see?
On second thought, no, thank you.
Not in this
I
program.
think I'm good.
Yeah,
I
not
think
on, yeah, no,
I,
not,
look,
not on
I,
not on this show. You're not.
yeah. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I even if I wanted to look up, I'm sorry. Forget I even asked.
I'll send you a video later,
You know what?
Nick.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can show you, but you're not going to be the same after you see it.
Yeah, I probably will.
And the thing was, I used to work at this place cleaning it and stripping
Ew.
wax on
Oh
the floors.
Oh God.
so he was cleaning up raw eggs and stuff.
No,
Oh Jesus.
yeah, right, Tom.
And
This was
Not
a,
eggs.
this was a pretty decent bar, but it was run by a perverted old man.
Oh
my
God.
Lord.
I remember that scene, Billy.
But
Please tell
it
me
made
this bar-
his
please tell me
bar.
this
I'll
bar
tell you
is-
what, that guy in that bar became extremely famous, and he did a lot of good for the community. But
Every seat at the bar had boards
He
between
helped-
it, but they all had a hole in it.
he helped change a lot of the Tavern League laws and stuff like that.
Wow.
He helped form the Wisconsin, the Dane County Safe Driver Program,
Oh.
so that you could get a cab ride home for free if you were too drunk to drive.
Poor Nicky.
Well, that's fair enough.
The guy, he did a lot because he made a lot of money off that idea.
He did.
He was the only one that did it. But I could never understand why you'd want to eat breakfast and watch that stuff.
Giving
I don't
Nicky
think I
some
would
air.
understand either.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here. Here's what, oh wait, I just remembered something I wanted to bring up. Remember? Okay, are we good, Nikki?
Just keep going. She'll be okay.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's this one. I just remembered this one image that they showed on the back of the box when you rent the movie from Blockbuster, like way back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I just want to show you guys this picture on the back of the box. Hang on. I to this day, I'm still confused by this picture. Here, check this out.
Yes.
This image was never shown in the movie. I think it's a production shot, but
Yeah.
she looks.
It does look like a production shot.
Yeah, it looks like a production shot, but the thing is, like, oh here, she looks like she's blowing like a raspberry or something. I'm like, what is this?
I know.
I'm like, like this confused me as a
I
kid.
can see it now.
Yeah,
Maybe she slipped on something.
yeah. I'm like, this just confused me as a kid. Really did.
I
It's like-
remember that shot now that you post that up there.
You know, it looks like she was having a hell of a time when they shot that. If that's a true actress, or if they told her
Well,
to
she
give
probably
some
got
kind of
splashed
reaction,
in the
she's a happy
face by
person.
too much water.
Yeah.
Yeah, to this day, I still don't get the shot, and this is gonna really drive me crazy forever.
Maybe she got water on her face. And just
Water face, yeah, but she's looking like she's like pursing her lips or something. Like,
Yeah.
It does.
and I'm
Well,
like,
I
for what
couldn't quite
possible reason?
describe it how I wanted to, but
Oh my God.
That's
Where
that's
did Tom
funny.
go? Yeah, where did Tom go?
I don't know.
He went for another beer.
He went
Probably.
to he went to find Kuma's Corner. He went to see if there was one.
Call that. Love it.
But
Love that
yeah,
callback.
but aside from that movie being shown in Kuma's Corner, it's actually a good place. They got great burgers.
They do.
So you've eaten there a lot, or I'm not being
I mean,
Like-
every once in a while, yeah. Whenever I'm
okay.
whenever
Well,
I'm
we
in,
had-
whenever I'm in
You know,
Schaumburg.
the other
I
funny,
told you he went and got another beer.
Okay. We thought
Well,
you were
I
you
had
know
to
what the other
pee,
funny
too.
part is about Kuma's Corner?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
say this quick. I'll
Yeah,
make this quick.
Put his
John,
donation into the porcelain god.
Listen, I had to deposit and I had to withdraw.
Hey, Lauren. You know what's funny about Kuma's Corner? I got to say this quick, Don. Was it was actually while we were there that same night, I ordered a drink. I just had like Sprite or something like that, and they kept bringing me refills of Sprite, and it got to a point where I don't know where they came up with it, but they started calling me Sprite Man for some reason. And before you know it, they offered a whole pitcher of Sprite just for me. Like, holy cow. And I don't know what it was. That was probably like the sweetest, richest taste of Sprite I think I've ever drank. It was so good.
I just saying, this is a Dr. Seuss. Oh my god!
Did you drink a lot of Sprite there, perhaps, Nick?
He did.
Yeah, I did. They gave me a whole picture of it, as I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick drinks more Sprite than anybody I know.
Well, I've been cutting back on it because again I've been trying to work out now. So, but
Yeah, but
before, yeah,
Well, yeah, he's been trying to work out so much so that he can't do golf it when he's working out.
hey, it's
'Cause he
exhausting.
said, "Listen, I'll be 10 minutes."
He fell asleep after 10 minutes.
did.
After a 10-minute workout, he fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and,
And
I
me
don't
and
know
Joe
how
had
he's
to play
getting
all by
shape if
ourselves.
It only takes him 10 minutes and he's out like a light.
got to start somewhere,
Never
Nick.
get shape that
Like
way.
we were messaging him like crazy, like, "Nick, where are you? Oh, where could my Nicky be?" Like we got, like there were so many messages.
Oh wait, that's wrong. See,
yep. Oh, and guys,
What?
I just did a bit of research. I just found article which listed like what was going on between Roy Scheider and the director Sarek. Here, it's very brief here. Roy Scheider had a difficult time on the set of Jaws 2. Not only did he resent being there, but shooting the film was tough for him. According to the book, The Making of the Hollywood Sequel, he had to endure repeated takes of the scene where he was thrown overboard into the water. Weather conditions also made life very difficult, according to him. According to his, who's
You're right.
You're right, Joe.
okay.
Keep going.
So yes, at one point, David Brown, the film's producer, tried to get the pair to air out their differences, like the clash between Roy Scheider and the director. This resulted in a physical altercation between the two, and while details of what happened are thin on the ground, it's alleged that the difficulties on the film's production, as well as the disagreements over the director's vision, are what caused Scheider to verbally and physically tussle with Swark.
If you want to do a really good impression of Schreider, of Roy Scheider, you have to get a rubber band and put it over your head so that your nose goes in like this.
Oh my god.
Like, wow.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, I'm hoping so.
Well, I'm not lying. Like, if you do that and you put a rubber band around your head and it pushes your nose in like that, and you look at it from the side, you look just like him. I swear to God.
I wasn't talking about you, Tom. I was talking about Nikki. She said she was okay, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's just,
We just got her going too much is what the problem is.
Oh yeah, and here I wanted to bring you. Let's see. I wanted to show before we got wrapped up tonight. We all know one of the things that makes this very different from other Jaws movies is the way they killed the shark, and so
He blew it up, didn't he?
no, they didn't blow it up. So Roy Scheider, Brody was like out on little like a rubber boats because like his boat hit the rocks, and so he was trying to like get the shark, he was luring the shark away from the other teenagers on their boats. He was like, hey, his anchor pulled up a power line, and he tricked the shark into biting down on the power line and electrocuting it to death, setting it on fire.
Hey man, nice
Right.
shot.
Then it finally exploded.
Yep.
Yep.
No, it didn't explode, but they
Well,
wanted.
it did, but it didn't
they-
like boom or anything.
So
like
I can appreciate this film's effort for trying to do something different, but as we know, this is like done time and time again with shark movies. In fact, I made a little compilation a few years ago to demonstrate this. Hang on,
that. Oh, this will be interesting.
Is there Sharknado in this?
hang on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can just
What?
put it on
I'm
The
sorry, I'm
power
laughing at
cable thing?
Lauren's comment here.
here. I'm gonna see if I can actually put it up here. Hang on. Screen.
There you go, Tom.
Hey, you
Okay.
got to do sometimes what you got to do.
Okay, here, I gotta mute everybody so I can do this.
That's
Here.
fine.
Yeah.
all good.
Okay, so yeah, this is what I made a few years ago as kind of like as a gag, but here's like a compilation of sharks blowing up in movies, like to demonstrate like how much yeah, like shark movies have ripped up off Jaws in this one big way. And there it is.
I saw Tom's reaction.
I was trying to
Oh my god!
be the conductor. I knew the song.
I thought you were reacting to when Sharknado showed up.
Oh no, I wasn't even looking. I was listening.
So you didn't see the end, Tom, where it showed Sharktopus.
Oh Jesus
I
Christ.
saw that. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I'm glad I never saw that movie either.
Yeah,
Like Zoinks, we saw a Sharktopus.
hey,
What
just,
the
just
fuck
rewind
were they
this after,
thinking?
hey, rewind. Play this this moment back afterwards, Tom. You'll see it.
Oh.
But I
It's
just
something you can't unsee, though, Tom.
Wow. I didn't see it to begin with, so I can't
We're on a
not
3 double
unsee
T.
it. All right.
Yeah, but
That's
you
a
heard it.
warning,
You
though.
heard it.
well, I actually heard the explosions, and I just thought, I don't know, like it just dawned on me, like if I was gonna make a compilation of like sharks blowing up, I'm thinking about a song that has a sound effect that sounded like explosions, and I thought, wait a minute, 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky that had cannon
Right.
blast sound effects, so yeah, and I timed those, I timed the sharks blowing up with those cannon blasts, so yeah, that was fun to edit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Sorry, I had a moment back to the first movie.
You know, I'm gonna wait till before the end of the show to say it. I would have said it's actually a Rick and Morty reference, but you know what? Actually, I'm saying
You know what? I mean, you get all these references from me and Morty, and I don't even know what to say.
oh
What
my
the hell
god,
is that?
is that Sharktopus?
Yes.
That Sharktopus. Yeah.
My God, that is the worst CGI image I've ever seen in my life.
I know. This is 2010.
Oh my
2000
God.
what?
That's how
2010.
it walks on the
Is that what it
front
looked like
fins.
in the movie?
Yep.
Oh my God, I will never watch that movie.
Okay.
You
Now I
should just to see
understand.
it.
Now I can actually understand because obviously 2 years ago they made a live action remake of it by Disney. When they made that
By Disney.
no, you didn't want me. No,
I
when
thought
they
you
made
said
no,
by
no,
Disney. I'm
I
like,
don't know. Wait, 2 years ago they made that live action remake.
Disney
of-
presents Sharktopus.
You didn't let me finish. Dude, 2 years ago they made that live action remake of Pinocchio and Monstro. He has that appearance. They base his appearance off Sharktopus. He's a Sharktopus too.
Pretty
He's
much.
not more of a whale, but still a shark.
Really?
How high was that person who came up with Shark Tank?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I get asked that same question about just almost everything in the original sci-fi movies. On that show.
He was on much weed and many Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
You know what? I got an idea.
It was
Scoob.
And probably like you, he was probably having a beer or two.
it's like North Korea to
His
the
name is Sharktopus.
Like North Korea did the animation for it. Okay.
Was hoping to
Yeah.
forget it. Yeah, it was. pretty bad.
Sharktopus.
And,
No, it'll be after the first.
and here.
Is it this weekend? Is that after the first?
No.
Yep. Oh, here. I got just a thing for you guys. Hang on.
Oh
First
God.
is on
What do you
Sunday.
got worse?
Damn it.
Damn it,
First is on
Davis.
Sunday.
What?
No, it's Monday.
Is it a birdie?
Hang on.
Is it a booty buddy?
Monday.
Let me pull
Oh,
up the
no.
images.
Sharktopus.
Okay.
That's
So
not
him up.
if you thought one Sharktopus was bad, yeah,
I
Tom,
want to take another road trip to
We're going to
Chicago.
this weekend.
Wait till
I'm
part
not-
3.
Road
He's
trip.
got Sharktopussies. It's
Yeah. What would you
When?
yeah, Tom, what would you say
Go
if I
on.
told you that there were sequels to
Like
Sharktopus?
I said, I
Oh,
have
no. Oh my God.
not
no.
this weekend, but next weekend I have a 4-day weekend.
That'll work.
Because I got up.
Yeah, I don't. I
Show us.
Okay. So
Rent a hotel.
Sharktopus
God.
versus Terracuda.
Terracuda? Are you serious right now?
Pterodactyl mixed with a barracuda.
Oh,
Terracuda.
God damn it.
That's almost as good as
and wait.
Around 3 double
This
D.
is the best one out of this is the best. Hang on.
Oh no.
Sharktopus versus whale wolf.
What?
Yes.
A
You
whale
gotta be kidding me.
wolf. A whale mixed with a wolf. I'm like, are you serious?
Okay, now I know for sure.
This one.
Now I know for sure that whoever made this is very. He was drinking a lot to come up with something like this.
No
No,
doubt.
because Tom
he
even
wasn't
haven't came up with
drinking a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. I'm
No,
just.
no.
Hey,
he
it's
was
like you always say.
smoking
I'm
a
just
lot.
saying.
He
Yeah,
was
and,
smoking a lot. He wasn't
yeah.
drinking a lot.
Hey,
So, Nick,
I
if
could
you're-
see
if
this
you're-
could have been. I could see this clearly could have been your movie, Tom.
Yeah. Nick,
No,
You're-
no.
you're-
There's
you're
other
wondering-
people
Was it the
that could
Dragon
have come
King?
up with this idea. I don't know who
I like that. He's
they
all-
might be.
Hey Nick, so your question, Nick, is what drugs were they on, and when they came up with these things, and my response to that is all of them. All
No,
of them.
I didn't say drugs. I said I wonder how drunk they were.
No,
like
you
Tom.
mean
Listen, that will be the next movie, Sharkawana. Like,
Sharkawana.
Oh my God.
Don't give
Mayor
ideas.
Don't give them ideas. They could be watching. Asylum Pictures is probably watching this right now.
They're trying to get ideas.
Hey, man, I got some Sharkawana, man.
That's all you want to do?
Hey, you know, okay.
No,
I
but
gotta just say it.
there's
That
more I
sounds
want
like
to do.
that sounds like something that could be used for like an episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, we got some Sharkawana, and
hey, you know what, Rick? I don't really think we should try it.
you know what? I'm sorry, Morty, but we have to.
And
All right, Rick.
oh here, I just looked up right here that 3 sharks were actually used for the film, not just one animatronic, but 3 of them, 3 models.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, the movie had a bigger budget, so
Yeah.
For Sharktopus?
What
No.
they said?
Oh,
You know what?
Jaws 2.
They said
Jaws
I
2.
think we need a bigger budget.
Okay, I thought that's what you.
Jaws 2. Yes.
No. They had the first
Yes.
one. They said, look, I think we need a bigger budget.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Budget. And but they were also having some problems with the shark in this as well, like with the seawater getting into parts and corroding and causing rust, and yeah, like there were even this shark was having issues.
I think we need
Yeah.
a bigger budget, but we have to make a worse film. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's what's hard. That's what's complicated about doing animatronics in the water, because that rust gets into things, and or like the water gets into the parts, the electronics, and messes it up. Like another example of this is let's see. Oh yeah, does everybody remember? Anybody remember that underwater movie Leviathan?
Yep.
I
I
never seen
remember where I was when that came out.
Yeah, that was
You
1989.
remember where you were when it came out? What?
No, I was working in the video stores when that Leviathan came out,
Oh,
and we had to decide. We
That's very
watched
different.
what was called a screener.
a promo.
No, it's the full movie. It's just called a screener because it's got the 1-800 number running across the bottom, and it tells you how to promote the movie and all of this, how to
1-800
build
Insane
the
Joe.
standees. But we were trying to decide whether or not to order it.
I got you. And
Yeah, I never seen Leviathan.
It was a pretty
Yeah.
big success as far as the video stores went.
yeah,
I mean, it rented quite often.
yeah, Nick, it's basically Alien but underwater.
okay.
Yeah, like the whole premise of it is like
Well, that's a good way of putting it, Don.
There was a couple
Really
of
good way
underwater
of putting
movies
it.
at that time.
It's like Alien but underwater.
Like
Yeah.
there was Leviathan. There was a couple of them.
yeah, around that time there was
Deep
let's
Star,
and they were alien regulated too.
Deep
like,
Six or something. What was it?
Deep Star 6. Yeah, there was
Deep
that, but
Star Six.
the most successful out of those was The Abyss by James Cameron.
And
the Abyss. The
Abyss,
Abyss was
yeah,
actually really good.
that was
great.
another one.
There was
It had what's his
Orson
name
Welles.
in it?
He's a good actor.
Christ. What the hell? Yeah, I like him very much. What the hell was his name?
Yeah, I like
God,
it
Lord.
very much. What the hell was his name? I can't
Ed Harris?
remember.
What was it?
Ed Harris.
Have another beer.
Yeah. Ed Harris.
Yeah, because there was also Michael Biehn, who was in other James Cameron movies like Terminator and Aliens.
That's right. He was in Terminator. Come on.
He was just trying to be a good neighbor.
That's right.
So
Come on.
Yeah, so Nick, the whole premise of like Leviathan, it takes place in a way down in like a undersea lab, and so it has the actor who played RoboCop in it. He's the lead, and
Oh,
also
really?
it also had Marv from Home Alone in it.
Oh, wow.
And so they come across a sunken. Let's see, it was a sunken Russian ship called Leviathan, and they discovered that they had been experimenting with combining human DNA with
Peter
aquatic
Weller.
with aquatic DNA. Yeah, Peter Weller, that's his name.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki's gone.
It's probably your connection.
Yeah, so like they've been experimenting with combining like human DNA with DNA of deep sea marine life to try to create a race of humans who could live underwater, but it backfired.
Merman.
So it was
Yeah.
like Avatar, but like
But it went horribly wrong, and it ended up creating these mutants that had a taste for blood.
Avatar
Oh,
/
jeez.
RoboCop / Terminator /
At all.
So I mean,
That's right.
it's not. I mean, Leviathan it's not the best movie, but I have seen worse than that.
No, I think the Abyss was
Definitely.
better than Leviathan. Like
Yeah.
the Abyss was like more calm.
Yes, yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean? Like it was like, oh, it's aliens. Oh, like Leviathan was like, oh my god.
Oh my God, they're out there. Yep. But
Yeah.
here, she's back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there she
Corn.
is. There she is.
Okay, and
She's
so-
back.
let's see. What? Oh yeah, I brought up Leviathan because they were having issues like at the end of the film where like it has the Leviathan creature, like the animatronic in the water, and they couldn't use that much footage of it because it kept breaking down because the water kept messing it up. So
Please drill.
yeah,
Freaking water.
so yeah, animatronics and water, yeah, not the best combination.
Yeah, usually it's not.
As we've seen in the Jaws movies, you know, maybe that's
Yep.
why they couldn't. Maybe that's why they couldn't get good enough shark effects.
Yeah.
Worked good for the gator. The
Gator?
Yeah.
What?
Sweetheart.
Oh,
I
oh.
saw your comments.
okay.
Nick.
Oh yeah. Poor Bean always getting his hand bit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Poor Bean.
Yeah, poor Bean. Yeah, that's right. And
Freaking
Right.
and so like and the thing is when they killed the shark, like that power line was referenced earlier on in the movie. Oh,
Hello,
hey,
Alex? Is this a new viewer?
I believe so. Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So yeah, we're covering Jaws 2 this time, and yeah, it's as far as sequels go, this one wasn't bad, but I cannot say the same for the ones that came after that. I mean, the franchise was all downhill from there.
Yeah. After 2, Don doesn't really like it. Man.
especially Jaws 4, and like a lot of people would saying, "What if we just review this again?" I'm like, "Yeah, if we reviewed Jaws 4," and I'm just like, "Yeah, if we review Jaws: The Revenge, if you guys need to watch it and to like really remember parts of it, you feel free. I'm not watching it ever again. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I mean,
You couldn't pay me enough to watch it again."
I bet someone could, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, because me and Nick reviewed that movie a few years back. You know, two of us reviewed it, and I made my statement that the review was my official goodbye to that movie. I'm never seeing it again.
You should at least tell him of how when Brad is watching, what he's always got to say about it.
I mean, one of the very few movies that I hate more than Jaws: The Revenge is House of the Dead.
at
That movie's horrible.
least you didn't say Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Oh, check this out.
Who is more scary, Jaws or Godzilla? Well,
-1.
Jaws.
it depends on what version of Godzilla, because there were some where Godzilla was like a protector, but I would say from Godzilla -1, that one was pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gojira.
Gojira, yes.
Good.
But yeah, I always loved Godzilla and Jaws as a kid, so
I had the Godzilla toy.
I did too. But when
I have one. I still have one too to
On
this
the side.
day.
Nice.
24 inches tall or something. You pulled the little on its back and it shot a flame out its mouth.
Oh.
A little plastic, little paper flame. Like from 78 or something like that. Like 5 or 6.
Oh yes. Did you? Oh yeah, he was pretty terrible. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Good on-
soulless white eyes.
Of course,
You
Tom.
would always melt my G.I. Joe guys.
Yeah,
G.I.
that's true.
Joe never survived.
Well, it was supposed to be. He was supposed to actually be
G.I.
like,
Joe.
in some way, it was supposed to be like possessed, like by the spirits of the. Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
they say he's supposedly possessed by the spirits of those that were killed in the Pacific War, I think, during World War II.
So he was a deadite, is what you're saying.
You know, in
Pretty
a way,
much.
he kind of was. He kind of was like a kaiju deadite.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
kind of like probably. I think, as far as I know, I think that was probably the only Godzilla film where he was kind of resurrected by supernatural means.
And
Godzilla the deadite. Oh wow! Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Oh my god, we need to make this movie.
yeah.
Sharks are.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we got to.
Oh, and one scene that we haven't talked about yet was where Tina and her boyfriend Ed, like they've shown them constantly throughout the movie, but that one tragic scene when they're on their boat, and Ed is killed by the shark and leaving Tina traumatized. I'm like, she really put on an amazing performance. Like, even though like it was like pretty shocking, like the way she pretty much carried out, like delivered that performance of a traumatized girl. She did a great job with that.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I saw this, I'm like, wow, that girl can act.
yes, she really can.
Yeah, especially when she was screaming out, shark when Ellen Brody was like asking what happened.
Yep.
Shark.
Yeah, she was like saying it's still there.
They forgot their bat anti-shark repellent, I guess. Huh?
And then Tina pretty much confirmed what Brody had suspected. That scene was important because that scene was important because Tina pretty much confirmed what Brody had knew all along, that there was a shark out there. Yeah. Oh, here, Alice is asking, do you think Jaws 5 would work? No.
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 Reboot.
Like,
I'm kidding.
it's like it's like it would be hard to like really make a continuation
Well,
of it
listen.
after.
I gotta say that another Jaws movie would be better than another Sharknado movie. I'm just. It would have been better than the first Sharknado movie. I'm just saying.
She's got a point there.
What if Jaws crosses over with Sharknado?
Oh, geez.
Sharknado
that would
should
be
have
no-
never been
That would
made.
be almost no winning battle.
No.
Right?
And
Jaws would have been better.
it's like with the direction that they went with Jaws the Revenge, it's like, where do you go from there? It's like to the point where you're like introducing a telepathic shark that could swim from New York to the Bahamas in a day.
Well, that's better than a shark that flies in a
Walks on
tornado.
water.
I'm just saying.
Actually, think about doing Yep, we are. We're going to work our way towards that, Jeremy. And it's good to see you,
Oh,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I have not seen that yet.
Oh,
I've
you
not
got to
seen
see
that
it.
one
It's
yet.
a lot of fun.
It's
not
on my
seen that
list.
one yet.
It's literally on my playlist.
Jaws on a boat. Oh,
Jaws on a-
So Jaws 5. So in Jaws 5, the shark is driving a boat.
Well, or in a way, it could be kind of like snakes on a plane.
Oh my god.
I ain't getting on no
Sharks on a
goddamn
boat.
boat with no goddamn sharks.
Oh, yeah, Jaws is
Good-
on the streets. Yeah, it's
Good
attacking your boat.
cartoon.
Yeah. Can we please get a Sharknado 100? No, I'm sorry to say, Alice, they actually wrapped up that series with the 6th movie, I believe.
Yeah, I looked
my
it up a
God.
minute ago. I can't remember.
That should have
now.
never had a first movie. I'm
One was too many.
Yeah, I believe the last one was called The Last Sharknado. It's about time. So
Yeah.
and you don't forget guess what they introduced in the last one? Time travel.
that's listen. That's like making a movie about like were lions. Like I mean, come on, it's stupid.
So like sharks are going through time travel or some shit.
Well,
Yeah.
Sharks going through time travel. It's the main
And,
character.
and you know what?
What
They
the-
traveled in a DeLorean and
No, a hot tub.
That's a time machine.
a hot tub DeLorean.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay, Jaws 5, lead actor Nick Cage.
Oh, Nicholas Cage, yeah. We must keep everybody out of the water. All the beaches need to be closed.
Nicholas Cage in Jaws 5, the hot tub DeLorean time machine.
Jaws in a boat getting hunted by you.
Listen, when the jets go more than 88 miles per hour,
Oh my god! So, but most probably they
Just stay away from Samuel L. Jackson. You'll be fine.
oh my god! But wait, 88 miles per hour. But they don't use miles per hour on the water. They use knots.
that's
Like,
right. Like when they go more than
They'd have to
88 knots, 88 knots per hour,
How fast?
88 knots per second.
How fast would that be? 88 knots. I mean, like I've heard of like boats doing like 20 knots or things like that, but 88. That's wow.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Well, like 25 knots per hour
101.
is equivalent to
101.
55 miles per hour
Yeah.
on the road. So they got to do like 99 knots per hour to get to 88 miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
And
88 knots
I
is
don't know.
101
I'm
miles per
I'm
hour.
just like bullshitting. Like I actually know what I'm talking about. But
I was about to say because I never driven a boat before, so I don't know.
yeah,
I-
88
driven-
knots
hey,
is
I've driven
101
a-
miles per hour.
I've driven.
that's a lot. That's a lot of knots. And who's going to
That's
untie
a
them?
lot of knots, yeah.
Who's going to
You know, I
untie
was
all
gonna
these
say-
knots?
Top. This is a golf. This is a golf.
Better hope you don't need all that rope.
Oh, here
This is
it would
a
be
golf,
76 knots. It would be 76.6 knots for 88 miles an hour.
This is a golf. This is a golf reference, Tom. I would have said you are trying to estimate how much it would be with knots. Just use geometry.
Right. Well, I mean, we can't use Nick's mouse as a basis because his mouse sucks. Apparently, he can't.
We can't use Nick time either because
No.
Nick time don't work.
No, because Nick time when he says I'll be like 10 minutes, that's like an hour and 15. It's at best.
This is very true, Babyface. Yeah, the only reason why Michael Caine decided to star in Jaws: The Revenge is because he wanted to pay off a summer home.
Michael Caine.
Wow.
Yeah, and I always thought Jaws 4 was just a complete waste of Michael Caine's talent. I look at that movie and I'm just like, come on, Michael Caine, you're better than this.
Come on.
I've said it
Shut
before.
up.
If you just say the
Couldn't
words
do better.
"my cocaine" and you say it
Michael
like
Caine?
fast enough, it comes out my cocaine.
Oh my god.
It's how he says his name.
I never even thought
cocaine.
that. I never even thought that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. SpongeBob versus Jaws, the crossover we never thought we needed. Well, there was one episode where they constantly referenced Jaws. It was involving
Yep.
a giant clam.
oh wow. Wait, I thought it was the bullworm.
No,
The
well,
Alaskan bullworm.
I think that would
Giant
reference. That was kind of remind me of Tremors, the Alaskan bullworm. But
No, this is
Ah,
Patrick.
but seriously, like in that one episode, they did like do a lot of Jaws references. Even like poke fun at the theme song. Like had an orchestra.
Yeah.
I remember that episode. I was so little when that came out.
Oh.
Yep, it already happened. Yes, exactly, Alice. Exactly. Oh yeah.
Who lives under the pine?
Who lives in the pineapple under the sea?
What,
Okay, that just sounds more like a Rick and Morty version of the
Yeah.
SpongeBob
Wait,
thing.
wait.
Oh,
Who,
who
wait,
lives in it? I don't even care who lives there. I mean, you know what? What is he, a sponge? I mean, is he alive? I mean, have you ever seen a sponge like actually move? I mean, I don't even
hey,
care anymore.
if Pickles can be alive, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Rick was able to make that happen.
Yep.
And that's
Hey,
right.
Michael
The
Caine.
shark's name is
Right.
Bruce
Look at me, I'm a
Zero.
sponge.
Yeah, so the whole idea of Bruce, the shark named Bruce, that Steven Spielberg named the shark Bruce after his attorney. And in the novelization of the books of the sequels of Jaws, like in the novel for Jaws 2, they called the shark Brucette and implied that was the mates of the shark from the first movie.
Give a whole new meaning to the term they call me Bruce, which was a different movie altogether.
And in the novel for that, based on the third movie on Jaws 3D, the shark's name was Brucetta. And then Brucetta. And then the shark in Jaws the Revenge.
Bruschetta is a bunch of like tomatoes.
Yep. And Yeah. So, and the shark in Jaws: The Revenge was named Vengeance, and was implied. It was implied to be the pup, like the child of the sharks from Jaws 1 and 2. So it
That's
wants
what
to
I was
it wants to avenge its parents. Oh, here, SpongeBob, Oppenheimer, and Jaws
Venom.
and Godzilla are all. Yep, they are in the same universe.
Yep.
Venom.
Yep, because that's what SpongeBob is. He's a mutation of nuclear fallout on the Bikini Atoll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see this. Let me see what. Okay, hang on. Let me see what Santi's got to say because he says something to me again. I think Nick saw my comment. Sharktopus. Mine showing that. Let me see what.
Okay.
I'll look for it.
Santi really wants to rip into you, Nick.
Yeah, he does. That's why I was saying before that he's got something against me here. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
All right.
Goodward would hate the Sharktopus unless he grabs Nick, telling him to sell it for a senior discount.
The Pixar Theory 2.0. Yep, that's correct. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you got to admit, I mean, I'm naming that shark. With naming that shark Bruce, Nemo, that was a good tribute to Jaws for that.
Oh yeah,
They call me Bruce.
yeah. And I gotta say that whole SpongeBob nuclear mutation theory is it's pretty dark. It's pretty much as dark as that
Yeah.
theory about Willy Wonka's factory.
Yeah. That was really dark.
Yeah, where he actually like rewards the good and then punishes all the bad by having them killed in like a very ironic ways, and then enlists a race of little orange people to just dispose of all the bodies.
They make
Yep.
them into candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like thinking back to that,
So that
remember,
green.
yeah, like on that boat
Look,
scene.
we have a new movie we need to make right here, right? I'm just
Like,
saying.
I mean, hey, look back at Willy Wonka. You will see that in that boat scene, there was no seat available. There was no seat for Augustus and his mom.
Like we need to have somebody
Oh.
come in that looks like Gene
So
and like get like the back end of things and they're just like haul them away and making them into candy and they're like I'm telling you we could do this.
Yeah.
We could do this.
I was just thinking more of what you were talking about, Tom. I thought you were talking about trying to make a movie of This Is Tom's World.
Oh,
One more time.
what is this like mention number 10 now?
Oh, number 9.
It's been over an hour. It's been over an hour and a half since the last mention. I'm
what
just
two
saying.
movies do you believe are in the same universe? Good question, Alice.
Wait, somebody said This Is Tom's
Yeah. So yeah,
Hey.
that's what I asked. Which two movies do I believe would be exist in the same universe?
The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. No.
Wow.
I know that's not what you meant. I know that's not what was meant.
Well, I could see Golfin and This Is Tom's World being in the same universe.
How about
Gremlins?
If these two are in the same universe,
Imagine,
imagine these two being in the same universe: Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead.
That would be
How about
very
Gremlins and Critters?
Yeah, there you go.
How about that, man?
That's not a bad one. No, here, The Goonies and Gremlins.
Gremlin. That's kind of an
see.
interest. That's kind of a. I don't see
Chud?
it. Kind of a weird combination.
Chud?
Chud.
Chud. Cannibalistic humanoid
Yeah.
underground dweller.
Yep.
Yeah, Chud, and
Nice.
Tremors.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I couldn't
Sharknado,
think of them.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I had so much fun with that movie, Chud. Oh my god.
Oh, here.
Oh
I'll
god.
never forget
What about
that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and
Chud.
Yeah. Here, what about this one?
I like that.
No, and Interview with a Vampire.
Here, Tremors and A Quiet Place. Both of them have monsters that hunt by sound.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Terminator RoboCop.
that actually might be legitimate. Yes, Terminator RoboCop. That actually does sound legit.
Aliens and Predator.
But you gotta have Arnold. Come on,
Yeah, come on. Arnold
come
needs to
on.
be
You
part
have to have Arnold. Come on. That's right. Come on.
of- you gotta have the two as good neighbors.
Oh, here
Have to be good neighbors.
has to
Come
be a
on.
good neighbor. Yeah, I just love that Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. That's what I said. I said neighbor.
Yeah.
No, it's neighbor.
Neighbor.
No, that's what I said. I said
What
neighbor.
I said, neighbor.
We joke about that all the time on our Minecraft live stream, where it's like all the monsters are attacking us. I'm like, they're not being good neighbors.
Yeah, but
Right.
people keep
They're
saying
not.
that. Yeah, and people are always trying to correct us by saying we're like, that's what we said, neighbor.
Look
Yep.
at that! It's an Enderman.
And I kill the monsters, and I'm like, this is what you get when you're not being a good neighbor.
There's an Enderman.
And
We have to kill the Enderman. Come on, we have to. Come on.
Yeah, kill the creeper.
You have to get to the chopper.
And we have
Into
a
the
name.
chopper.
And we already have a name for our group, our Minecraft group. It's called the Good Neighborhood Association.
Neighborhood.
That's right. It's the GNA.
Zane Deadites. Oh man. The
Welcome
Gremlins
to the GNA. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, Lady Daniel Crisis, like the Gremlins would make everything all the more chaotic. They always do.
Shop smart.
Yep.
Shop S smart.
That's right.
This book is not a
Yeah,
courthouse.
smart.
Find a
Yeah,
shark
that's
guilty of a shark guilty of a shipwreck.
Wow.
Guilty.
Every single movie is in the same universe. So yeah, if only. Yeah, somebody sent me a link of like somebody actually created a video out of the final battle scene from the Avengers Endgame, and they said that includes like characters from other universes to add to the fight. And I'm like, oh my god, that I gotta see.
Hey, imagine
Yeah.
Evil Dead and the Gremlins. I mean, that right there that'd be an awesome movie.
Don't get them wet.
I'm just
Just don't get them wet.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, I watch Gremlins every Christmas. Well, actually not on Christmas Day, around Christmas time. That along with Die Hard
Yeah.
and Batman Returns.
They're Christmas movies.
Let's charge Jaws for his clients. Yeah, there you go. For his crimes.
Crime.
Oh, I charge him for his crimes. Yes. We find you guilty. Sentence you to be electrocuted to death. That's what happened in Jaws 2.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, send him to the bad neighborhood.
That'll be fun, right, Gizmo?
Yep. And
That's pretty neat, huh?
Is the King's word.
Hey,
Oh, he's got one. He's got one.
oh, yes, and Home Alone. Oh, nice. You have a Gizmo. He actually has. Oh, it's like
It's a
Gizmo.
Furby.
He actually has like a Gizmo actually
Yeah.
does remind me of Furby. So
Yeah, really.
oh
One
wait,
of these days, I should put batteries in it.
well, no. What you got to do is you have to get multiple. You have to get multiple Furbies, have batteries in them all, and just sit them in a circle, and they will
Oh,
make up their own
God.
language. I guarantee you.
Love
in
it.
An hour they will make
Love
up their
it.
own language.
love it.
This one actually,
Oh,
this one actually sounds like Gizmo though. It sings and
Yeah.
does all the things that Gizmo does.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Let's see. Oh wait, is there a show after this, Nick?
no, you got
Oh.
because again, Greg shows on the other ones. So you got all the time now in the world.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. From Joseph Gremlins. Yes. They need to charge. Yeah, they need to charge all the sharks for crimes. You're guilty. We sentence you to get blown up.
Or eaten by a shark in a tornado.
We sentence
In
you
a
to-
really bad movie.
Yeah, we since you get eaten by a megalodon, we're gonna like bring it back Jurassic Park style, and then just
You know-
kill you.
That's giving me an idea of maybe there's some way I could try to bring Tom over here to Illinois. And that, hey, want to get together? And then we find out, and then he finds out the last minute we're sitting together watching Sharknado.
Yeah, we're doing that just to troll you. We're gonna have you travel all the way up here and put on Sharknado for you.
Yeah,
That's
come
right.
on, come on over here. We're gonna go for a drink. You can do it.
Come to
on.
Chicago. Come on. You can watch this piece of shit movie. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who was in Sharknado? You guys, one of you guys brought up Home Alone. John Hurd.
Yep.
Yeah, John Hurt.
Yep.
What about him?
He was in
All right.
Sharknado.
Harry and the Hendersons. Oh, I remember that one.
Why
Where are you
people
hiding?
Bigfoot?
Oh,
In
No, we're
plain
not
sight.
hiding Bigfoot. We're finding
Can you-
Bigfoot.
Can you imagine having a Bigfoot in your house?
yep. He's playing right now. Bigfoot's playing the longest hide and seek game of all time.
That's right. Yeah.
What's a Bigfoot? Oh, geez.
What's that T-shirt say?
What, my T-shirt? I don't have
The
anything.
Bigfoot T-shirt.
Social distancing?
At social distancing champion of the world.
Well,
Bigfoot whining.
no,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, nice.
he's not wrong.
Yeah,
Not
Little
wrong
modern-
at all.
or hide and seek champion.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It's
Well,
like, oh man, but
Sure
Yeah,
knows
so-
how to. I was gonna say Bigfoot and all these other cryptids They sure know how to learn social distancing.
Yep. They are winning.
Yep.
I will be actually creating a cryptid.
But,
Soon.
Is it wait, if the cryptid is it pickle, Tom? Like sightings of an actual living pickle?
No.
It drinks a lot of beer, though.
Like for the Fireside Tales on BB3 TV.
Toxic
my
pickles
story.
now.
I will be creating a cryptid.
Awesome.
Oh man, but
I'll be investigating one again soon.
Not one of mine
Yeah.
because it'll be fake.
Door
So I'm
side
just saying.
working on some tray. You know that
What?
thing you're talking about getting in the candle?
I had to go on Facebook. I had to put something together on Facebook, and all of a sudden I just noticed it got so quiet.
That's because Joe's wife was talking, and we were all listening.
Yep. I actually believe in Bigfoot. I'm serious when I see that. Oh,
I thought. I mean, I'll be honest. I thought for a second, thinking, "Wait, did I somehow leave the chat? What the hell?"
Yeah. All right, so Nick's gone. You know, the hell with him. Let's talk about him now.
let's talk about it back then, sure. Oh my god! But
Pickle Nick.
yeah. So let's see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Let's talk about, aside from the animatronics, there also was footage used from like actual sharks, and they did they took the exact same approach as from the first movie, and this is the only sequel to ever really do that.
Wow.
Yeah, like the rest of it just used fake looking effects.
I think once again, if I'm correct on this, I think just like they did with the first one, I think you'll find this once again interesting, Nikki. Is I think they filmed those real shark scenes off the coast of Australia once again.
They did.
Yep.
I just looked it up. They did. It was filmed by Ron Taylor and Valerie Taylor.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
And
probably once again gave the illusion like these sharks were like huge on camera.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, here. Alice is asking, do any of you believe in Bigfoot?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw this out in case Alice wants to check it out. It's going to be a couple more weeks before I do this, but Alice, if you don't know, I have a podcast of my own. And in a couple weeks, I'm actually going to be I do presentations on my show. I actually will be doing a presentation on Bigfoot at some point if you want to check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's good just talking about it, tell some sightings. Obviously, there's no way I'm going to be able to get through all the sightings. I mean, out of all the cryptids, when it comes to Bigfoot, there's thousands of them. There's no way for exactly every single one.
When it comes to Bigfoot, though, I think one of the most credible sightings, and I've said this right from the start, is that 1972 Patterson footage.
Oh, that was from 1967.
Or 67, yeah.
Yeah, the Patterson Gimlin film.
Right. Because nobody's been able to prove it one way or the other.
And Bob Gimlin is still alive, the only witness to that. Oh, she's actually going to a Bigfoot conference. That's awesome, Alice.
Great.
You'll see lots of them there.
I actually believe the cryptids such as Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster are out there. They're just hiding from us. Yep. Like I said, they're good at playing hide and seek.
Yeah, Alice said she believes the Patterson Gimlin film. And if you want to throw it in too, because not to go off topic, but to just kind of throw it in. I mean, among one of the other cryptids, since we're talking about sharks, of course, you can't think of cryptids also without thinking of Megalodon too.
That's the one that scares me the most.
Yeah, like just knowing that
that's why I won't get on a boat on the ocean. Because I won't cross the ocean via a boat or a cruise ship or anything like that, because it'd just be my luck and that son of a bitch come out of the water and we're all dead.
Yep.
Yeah. I believe
that'd be a Kraken.
I mean, but think about it. It is so possible that with all the things that have washed up, that they have believed to have been extinct for 65 million plus years, like the coelacanth.
Yep.
Mhm.
you know, is a prime example of that. And then you got what is that that place, Madagascar, where they're constantly discovering things that are either new species or they thought it went extinct.
Yep.
Yep. Right.
You know,
Madagascar. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Now, Alice,
No.
says doesn't believe that Megalodon is still alive, and you know it's probably most likely true. But of
I like
course,
to
obviously, there's only ever truly been 2 actual reports that regard to like supposed Megalodon sightings.
What is Megalodon or whatever it's bloody called?
It was the largest shark that ever lived. It was it was like 60 feet originally. I mean, it was huge. I mean,
it was huge. It was like supposedly an ancestors of the great white.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. And they had, I think there was like a shark, megalodon tooth that was found that says they went extinct even later than they originally suspected.
Yeah, because they said supposedly for years we originally thought it went extinct about 2 million years ago, but now, like you said, it's probably later. But the first huge teeth that have ever been discovered were actually back in 1875, and they're still finding fossilized megalodon teeth to this day. And I mean, the size of the teeth are of their teeth are huge. I mean, it could fit your entire hand.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like
I like to move it, move it.
Right.
I like to
So-
move it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. So yeah, like I did some research like recently. I forgot to mention this on Murray Hamilton, who played the Mayor Larry Vaughn. Yeah, he didn't have as much scenes in the second film as he did in the first movie because his wife was being treated for cancer, and he wanted to focus more on his personal life.
Right.
Fair
Although
enough.
a year later, he later starred, and again, I think he only made one scene out of the entire movie. Then a year later, in 1979, he also made a short appearance in the original Amityville horror film. Yeah, as one of the skeptical priests.
He did. He was a skeptic. He's like, ghosts appearing in that house. I think it's just a boating accident.
I think I was going to say, I
What it
think
is.
just for him playing these type of characters, I mean, I think he was just kind of like one of the perfect skeptical.
I mean, listen,
play a skeptic.
you are Deadpool. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's and yeah, like this movie, like a Universal like Pictures wanted Jaws 2 to be really like successful because of the money that they put into this. This is like one of the biggest budgets that they put into any movie at the time. This, along with Superman.
Oh, really?
Both those came out the same year.
Yeah, they came out the same year.
Yep. Oh, your birthday is next Saturday. Well, hey, happy early birthday, Thomas.
Happy early birthday.
My birthday is in February, so I'm just happy early
Happy
birthday.
late
to me.
birthday.
Again,
Well, I mean,
I guess.
Well, I guess it all depends on your depiction. It could be a late birthday, it could be an early birthday.
Yeah.
Happy late 49th, early 50th.
Gigantopithecus Bigfoot. That's the supposed ancestor of Bigfoot.
Yeah. Supposedly, it's like what they believe Bigfoot really is. It's extinct
Giant
species of
ape.
primate. It's supposedly extinct species of primate, Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, they're even really saying, what if it's just quite possible that the modern day Bigfoot sightings, that modern day Bigfoot is essentially just Gigantopithecus itself, and that it still exists. It just never really went extinct.
Well, I am actually Bigfoot, and you know what they say: big feet,
And I was actually going to say also in response to your
big
birthday.
shoes.
I was also going to say in response to your birthday, Tom. So what? That makes you 35 years old again and divorced.
That's right. And I'm living in a van down by the river.
In Tom's world, he's only 35.
Oh God, I
Living
wish.
in a van down by the river.
Yep.
You know what? I would live in a van down by the river just to be 35 again.
Here, I want to look up the actor who played Mike in this. Let's see. Yeah, Mike Brody, the son. Let's see. He was. Oh, yeah. Mark Grunner, that's his name. But I believe this was the last film he started. He gave up acting after he started this.
So this was his only film role.
Well, not his only film. He started a few things before that. Let's see. He was in mostly TV shows, it looks like. TV movie. Let's see. Fantastic Planets.
He was in a
Really,
lot
yeah,
of.
it really was, bro.
Let's see. Episode of The Brady Bunch. But other than that, oh, here. I want to look up who played the other guy, the other kid, Sean. Here, let's see. Mark Gilpin. Let's see how he's doing.
It was just
Oh,
responding. Yeah, it was real.
It says he died last year.
It was
wow.
real,
Yeah.
Jack. They're still finding fossilized teeth and jaws of what supposedly Gigantopithecus was.
And it turns out it was Bruce Campbell's like ancestors. 'Cause
Wow.
Let's see.
Wow.
I
he
just
had that big chin.
let's see. So it turns out that the actor who played Sean was about 11 years old at the time of the filming, and he died last year. It says.
How old was he?
56.
Yeah. But let me see. Let's see. He had to be almost in his 60s, and it says he died from
COVID.
glioblastoma. It's one of the worst brain cancers you can get. Yeah,
I've heard of that one.
My uncle Dan was killed by that.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, it's something
I know how
That's-
that thing's no joke.
Yeah, it's once you get it, it is. I mean, unless you get it treated very early, it is very, very difficult to treat.
It's impossible to treat. By the time we noticed it in my uncle Dan, like there was nothing. They said there was nothing they could do.
That's what I mean. I mean, unless you're able to discover it like very early, you have no. Unfortunately, it's really one of those type of cancers where you have no chance to survive.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's incredibly aggressive too. And
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
bad.
let's see who else died from that. Gene Siskel, I believe. Film critic Gene Siskel. He had the same thing. Let's see. Who was that? Who ran against Obama in 2008? John. McCain. John McCain.
John
McCain. He had the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that was like in the prison camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
They parodied that in Family Guy.
And then
Yeah.
his daughter went on to be on The View, which was weird because like she went against everybody on there.
Yeah.
The View is a joke.
Okay, that's right.
Yep.
So now we just learned that the actor who played Sean is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of the main surviving cast members that I know of from the Jaws franchise is like I said, Richard Dreyfuss and also Lorraine Gary. Let's see. Let me look her up.
Wasn't
I
is
think
Roy
she's
Scheider
still-
still alive?
she's
Isn't
still-
he?
I think she's still alive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Lorraine Gary's still alive, but Roy Scheider, no, he's died back in 2009, I believe.
Yeah, I was
wow.
gonna say he died like 15 years ago.
Let's
Oh,
see.
wow.
Oh no, 2008.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I saw some comedian that did the thing that I was talking about with the rubber band, where you put it around your head and it draws your nose in like that. And like when he turned to the side, he really did look like him.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at his picture now. Yeah, he does have a nose that's like that. Was
Like it looks like it's being pushed in by a rubber band, like an invisible rubber band.
Wow, that's a good way to put it.
I also remember him from The Punisher, Thomas Jane Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was 20 years ago. He played, I believe, the dad, like Frank Castle Sr.
Wow.
Or 20
Roy
years
Scheider?
ago.
Yeah, that was
my
2004.
I'm so old.
Well, I also
Yeah.
remember him also Roy Schneider. He was also in it was a year after Jaws when he was in
French Connection.
what?
Oh no, not French Connection. That was a different year. Never mind.
No, I was gonna say no, it was a year after Jaws, 1976, Marathon Man.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. He
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
have
Blue
he doesn't have as big as a role in that movie. I mean, his character dies too, like relatively early in the movie, so he doesn't have that huge of a role, but he's on for quite a couple of minutes.
I see.
With Dustin Hoffman, I think was in that movie. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman's also in it too.
Oh,
Oh, fart.
and I'm trying to remember.
Who?
What was I looking at? Oh yeah, here.
Did you fart, Raymond? Did you
Yeah.
fucking fart?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a line he did. Okay, but
I'm sorry, it was Rain Man. I was
Yeah. Let's see. Let me look at the director of Jaws too. I never really looked into him or anything else he did. Chanel. That sounds like a. Oh yeah, I knew it. He is French. I knew it. The name just sounded French.
Gerard Depardieu.
Correct.
Let's
I like
see.
to
He
see-
directed Supergirl from 1984. Yeah, that wasn't that great of a movie. He's directed mostly TV episodes of TV shows. He directed a few episodes of Supernatural. He did Castle. Let's see, Bones, Criminal Minds, Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, so look, and let's see. Oh, here, Smallville. So in Heroes. So his name's all over the place. More so with TV.
Yep.
I was going to say real quick what Braxton said. Bigfoot and Sasquatch, you all left out their long distance Yeti cousins.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember this movie that focused on a Yeti from back in 2005. I believe it aired on Sci-Fi. It was called, let's see, Abominable.
Yep.
Like it was called. Yeah, I remember that one
I
too.
remember that movie.
Yeah, in reality,
That
it's
was
not a Yeti.
brutal. That was brutal.
But the funniest thing is, it's not really a Yeti. It turns out it was really just an Bigfoot of the Pacific Northwest. It doesn't take, because if it was a Yeti, then it would have taken place obviously in near the Himalayas area. It took place like at a summer area in the mountains. So that was just a Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I consider that to be.
Sasquatch.
I consider that to be one of the most terrifying Bigfoot movies. There actually is also a found footage style Bigfoot movie called Exists, and it was made by the director of Blair Witch Project.
Wow.
The best Bigfoot movie out there.
That's like for me, it's
Harry and the Hendersons.
There you go.
Good night, Thomas. Yeah, for me, it'll always be Abominable. I like the cast in it. I liked how it had Lance Henriksen in it.
Ooh.
Oh, Lance Henriksen's in it, really.
Yep, he is. And who else from Reanimator?
Oh,
That's a good movie.
Jeffrey Combs?
Yeah, he is.
Unless you're talking the remake.
Yeah. And if Alice also asks, I mean, who wins, Gigantopithecus or Bigfoot in a fight? Gigantopithecus and Bigfoot are pretty much the same thing for the most part.
Yeah,
So
I
I
can see
don't
that.
think there would be. I don't think there would be a.
I don't know. There's a lot of theories about Bigfoot.
Best
Yeah,
Cryptid
that
movie.
too. I mean, I
You
know.
know, and technically, until one of those theories are proven, we don't know exactly what it is.
True.
Oh.
Those two fighting's like the two drunk uncles at the family reunion fighting.
Oh, here I just remembered. Abominable also has in the opening scene the mom from E.T. Dee Wallace.
Oh, really?
yeah.
And also the final acting performance of Paul Gleason, who played you remember him from The Breakfast Club and also Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I got you for 2 weeks.
go ahead.
Well, it's funny, like
Oh,
when Braxton also mentioned about like the long distance relatives Yetis. Of course, obviously, I got to throw out in this case for Nikki. I mean, Nikki, I know you guys have your own version of Bigfoot in Australia, but over there, I know they're called the Yowies over there.
Oh, and Babyface, yeah, Harry and the Hendersons, yeah, they also, yeah, I remember seeing that movie as a kid, and I was surprised to learn years later that the same actor, Kevin Peter Hall, is his name. He played who played the Bigfoot in this, so was also Predator.
Oh, really? That's the same guy?
Yeah, he had like such a towering height, like seriously.
Yeah,
he was,
he's like, he was huge. He was like 7 feet tall.
oh yeah, and he also played that mutant bear in Prophecy. I showed you guys that before.
I thought for a second you were going to say Cocaine Bear.
Okay, yeah.
I
But
was waiting for that. too.
when I looked up his background, I was actually shocked by learning how he died. He said like he died from from AIDS, but which he had gotten after receiving a contaminated blood transfusion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm hoping, and I'm like, oh man,
From
like
a bear.
if that ever happened today, like I'm pretty sure the family would sue because infecting someone with AIDS or something, that's not just a simple oops, we made a mistake. No, that's medical malpractice.
Well, they've got so many things in place now so that it doesn't happen. The
Right.
chances of that happening nowadays is pretty slim to none, probably.
Predator.
Back when I had to have blood transfusions going through the cancer, and before it got too bad, they took a lot of my blood out and stored some of it.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Who would win in a fight, Predator or Harry? Definitely Predator. Predator the technology advantage. Predator
Who
would,
said Harry?
yeah, Predator would freaking destroy you.
Wait, who is Harry?
Harry and the Hendersons.
No, that's Harry. Not Harry. Harry.
Whatever.
No, no,
Harry, not
Predator.
Hairy. Like,
Oh yeah, Predator
That's Prey.
versus Prey. Oh, is she asking like which Predator would win? Predator or Predator from Prey? I would say the original Predator because he had more advanced technology than the one from Prey.
And it just blew up if he started to lose anyway. So.
Yeah, and I actually love Prey. That's the Predator movie that was on Hulu. I love it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was. So.
Yeah, that was actually good. It takes place during Native American times, like the 1700s.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened when the first Predator started hunting on Earth.
Okay, yeah.
What could defeat the Predator aside from humans and xenomorphs?
Jeez.
Nuclear bomb.
Godzilla.
Wait, what did you say, Chris?
Godzilla.
Oh God.
Godzilla, maybe. Yeah, Godzilla probably would. Yeah. or wait, no, maybe Deadpool.
Or-
Oh no, wait, no, I got it. The Mask. Jim
There
Carrey's
you
The Mask. Yeah.
I was actually thinking more of MTV's Dan Cortez.
Seriously, The Mask is pretty much invulnerable to just about anything.
or
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
Let me tell you something, brothers.
that
Or,
sounded
you know
kind of
what?
like Rick.
Maybe even possible. I would not be surprised even if Rick and Morty could take him down.
Hulk Hogan.
You know what? I mean, we could do it.
Well, I know we could, Rick, but I mean, really, I mean,
You know what? You need to shut up.
Oh my god.
Hulk Hogan was
Oh.
a joke.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up now. But yeah,
I gotta go. To bed.
I had a lot of fun talking about this movie. I mean,
This is
I
fun.
first saw this when I was 7, and I still enjoyed to some degree. I still love the first movie better, but this is definitely not the worst attempt at a sequel. Unlike 3 and 4, fourth one sucks.
Oh, hey guys!
And our part 5.
Just before we do call off, I just went on to my own page, and what do you know? There's some article here that says police respond to an unusual sea life attack.
Wait, what?
Police respond to an unusual sea life attack at a North Carolina beach.
Huh.
Sounds like another shark attack.
Well, it's that time of year, everybody's out on the beaches.
Yep.
Yeah, it's time for Sharknado.
Hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the Fear Fans podcast. Be sure to tune in next week as we will be covering I Know What You Did Last Summer, just in time for the 4th of July.
Love
I know
it.
what you did.
Don't forget R.I.P.
I know
Donald
what you
Sutherland.
did.
too.
I actually just want to throw this out also for one of the other shows that I'll be doing later this week, in case you guys want to check it out. Is this upcoming Thursday with To the Great? Well, no, it's not being called To the Gravenback anymore. It's,
No, they changed the name.
yeah, we did, but we're really excited for this show because this upcoming Thursday and this is the first time for any of our shows to do this. We're having our very first guest on from Romania, named Criolla. And
That's
I am no, that's Austrian. Top.
I know. I decided.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, Joe. That's Criolla we're going to be having.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting. I'm really excited to have her on, and I
have to make sure I'm awake for that.
yeah, that one. Well, and if you think about, let's just put it this way. It's going to be awesome because I certainly have a number of questions to ask her. But if you think about it, I mean, for her to be living and coming from Romania, obviously most people will know that's also the birthplace and once ruling place of Vlad Dracula, the Impaler.
Right.
Vlad the Impaler.
So
One
I'm really-
sick SOB for sure.
You might even be able to get her to go outside and see if she can if she's that close to the castle.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly. Romania, believe it or not, Romania is actually a lot larger than everybody thinks it is. So I don't know if she lives near that in the Transylvania area. I just know that she lives in Romania.
Okay. Oh, and Alex, yeah. Funny you mentioned Death Battle because I do one of the things I do on my channel is reaction videos, and I have done some reaction videos to Death Battle, and I'm going to be working on another one soon. So, yeah, just so you know. Yeah, so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.